the LPC, the exams are open book, so that to me is a lot more like real life, so you would never be expected to memorise every single law you're going to need in practice. So the LPC allows you to have those tools and apply them to a problem and practical scenario. The LPC is a very practical course, and the way that it's structured is that you're taken through example scenarios that you might face when you come to train or even qualify. An example of how this worked for me was in my mergers and acquisition elective. I was drafting board minutes based on template scenarios. 3 months later, when I started my training contract in capital law, I was drafting board minutes for real clients. So having that experience was really useful to help me understand exactly where I needed to be with my drafting. On the LPC, you can pick elective modules, and one of mine was employment law, which is the training seat I'm in now. Learning the employment law basics on the LPC really did set me in good stead to be a bit more confident when I started my seat in employment law. So I chose to do the LPC full time. I wanted to get all my studies out of the way before I started a training contract. I was lucky enough to get my training contract before the end of my undergrad, so I knew I had a solid plan in place and I had a year between doing my undergrad and starting my training contract, so it made sense for me to do it full time in between. So the reason I chose to do the Masters was because it was very separate from the LPC, so it wouldn't take away from the study time for that. And for the sake of an extra 2 months and writing an 8,000 word essay, I really did see a good point in getting an extra qualification in that Masters, just to sort of boost my preparation for my training contract.